Oh, hello there. What you're about to see is what we consider the best jokes and the best moments from Session 1 of Game-O-Rama Uncut. This is also going to include footage from Game-O-Rama Live, and is also going to have some additional voices that you're going to hear pop in from time to time. But what I also want to note is that this compilation isn't completely full. We're missing 2 episodes out of it. So the episodes we are missing are Saturday Night Drive-In, Sunday Morning Online, and the Simpsons 700 Fan Club. But other than that, these are what I consider the best moments and the best jokes from all 52 episodes of Game-O-Rama Uncut Session 1. Sit back, relax, and enjoy. Finally, it took 3 continues for that. C average. Eat my ass, Tuxedo Mask. Some of these Sailor Moon games are really good. Come on, get over here. Some of these are really good, and also really cheap. I should probably add. I think I got this one for like $5 if I remember correctly. Hello, Luna. Agathos. Can't believe I have to start all over. This is a load of freaking crap. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Hello again. Agathos. 30-year-old beat 'em up in the style of Sega. Great. Great game. I put it in my top 10? Maybe not. In terms of the top Sailor Moon games, maybe top 5. Which Sailor Scout is my favorite? The answer for me is kind of a tie between, actually it's a tie between 3. Saturn, Mercury, and Mars. So Ray, Amy, and I cannot remember Saturn's name. It's on the tip of my tongue. If you could tell, I'm not a huge Sailor Moon fan. Jeez, on the tip of my tongue. Maybe someone in the comments can help me figure that one out, and maybe that way I'll get it right for the next episode. But yeah, those are my 3 favorite overall. And nothing against Isagi, but I cannot. It's I don't know, maybe it's just a personality thing, but I just cannot. I kind of want someone who kind of knows what they're doing, doesn't have to be like taught right into it. But that just sounded wrong. So I guess the word I'm looking for is just someone with the experience of being a scout. Hey, look, it's Artemis. Get out of here. You fucking creep. You're a creep. You're creepy. You creep me out. Creep. Fucking creep. There we go. I got a D for that, though. Eat my ass, Tuxedo Mask. That kind of rhymed. Whoa. That's, alright. Cool. Evil Serena. I can buy that. D. Fuck you, Tuxedo Mask. Hello again, Artemis. My old pal. As you can tell, they decided, fuck it, make the difficulty 10 times harder. So, go. I do like that they updated the go sign to add a little Luna on that. That's adorable. Somehow I ended up from a lovely fairy village to the swamp bayou. It makes no effing sense. I'm still trying to figure out how we went from a carnival to a fairyland to a bayou. That still makes no logical sense. I'm starting to wonder if this game came out around Christmas. Either Christmas or it was produced around Christmas. So that's a lot of Christmas stuff. Or if Christmas was the central focus of the arc that season. I don't know. I was never a big Sailor Moon fan. So. Come on, Chibi Moon. What did I get this time? Oh, come on. That just happened. Okay. The game just glitched out and restarted on me. Weird. Somehow I'm almost slowly going to the levels of tiny voices like those in the Chicken Nugget online series, which is a very funny series, and I recommend you find it. The creator posts them on TikTok and on Twitter. They're hilarious. Oh, this is happening. Wonder if I can keep this up. I'm keeping it up, I guess. Wow. I would be surprised if I beat her immediately. Yep. Okay then. That happened. Now let's hope this fucker doesn't glitch out and send me back to the beginning. Just into the water with you. Into the water. Come on. Get back to the bayou. Back to the bayou with the gators. That's where you belong. Back to the water with the bayou gators. Come on. Come on, back to the bayou water. Back to the bayou. There's a monkey. I think that's a monkey. Might be a dinosaur. I'm so small. You can't attack me at all. I'm so tiny. You can't get me at all. I can beat you because I'm so small. So funny. I'm so small you can't beat me at all. No one could resist the chibi. I think this is the final level too. I remember reading from last night. So who knows, we might actually complete a game. Yes! Yes! Woo! Yes! Done! I don't think there's another level. I don't. But there might be. D. Yeah, C. Alright then, I'll take it. That was it. I beat the game. Oh god. Okay then. Okay. So, I think I beat the game. I hopefully beat the game. That would be interesting if I did. Yep, I think I beat the game. So, yeah, that's, okay then. I never thought this would actually happen for once. Oh, hi. You're pretty weird. Hi, how you doing? You know what? Yeah, I'll try. And now we're knocking patties out of a burger. And this day just got weirder and weirder. I'll never study this hard again.
fun and pointless minigame, but come on. Ah, nuts. Alright. Nothing like spending late Tuesday evening playing Sailor Moon for the Game Boy. Honestly, of like all the Sailor Moon games, this might be one of my least favorite. Mainly because what's the best way to describe this? Hello, Luna. Negaverse. If there's anything I can remember Luna for, it's for constantly yelling the Negaverse. Alright, cool. Can I go to my home? Nope. Alright, cool. We're going to the gem shop. Now we gotta walk in here. Hello. Hi. Alright, and now the plot progresses. So, finally we'll get to see some action. Maybe. Yes. Thank you. Negaverse. Alright. Yep, transformation sequence, da 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 da. Let's go. There you are, Dr. Insano. What could be more important than your grades? Science, of course! Fuck. Okay, where the F is Luna? Alright then. I guess we just go straight to the gem shop, I guess. I have no idea. Luna was supposed to be there. Okay then. Okay. You folks see why I hate this one now? This one makes no fucking sense. Every little objective just leads me down a path of nothing. Fucking nothing. I just want to get back, talk to Luna, go back to the gem shop, do the fight, and that's it. That's all I want to do. But do I do that? No. I don't get that at all. Now if I go back, is Luna gonna be there? Yes, there she is. Negaverse, something, something, evil, queen barrel. You know what to do, Usagi, just go. I would love for that just to be one reaction of Luna, just... Yeah, Negaverse, something, something, queen barrel, just go. Don't want to deal with your shit anymore. Something about the Negaverse, I don't give a fuck. Then you could just have Artemis going, quit your squabbling, everyone. Just go. Don't have to take advice from us. We're just fucking cats. We're people that were transformed into cats. You don't need our advice every single time something evil comes around here. Just use your common sense and logic and just beat them up. Yes. Done. Finally, done. Fuck off, Tuxedo Mask. I'm not talking to you. You're fucking full of shit. Oh, hello. Hello, have you heard the good word about the Negaverse? Hi. You're the teacher. You're gonna give me an F, as always. Yep, 30. Go home. You suck. There you are. Hello, Luna. How did you follow me into the school? Seriously, shouldn't they have shoved you out? No time for that. Time for the Negaverse. And all the way to the left in the other area. Aha, there we go. This is what I was looking for. I could not fucking find this. This is why I got lost. Alright. Found her. After there, go right in area through the rightmost door. That's why I got lost. I didn't realize that was a freaking walkthrough. Wow, I feel stupid now. Okay. Hello, Luna. I was looking for you. And don't give me that Negaverse bullcrap. Let's do this. Alright. Transformation. Let's get this underway. I feel retarded. I beat her. Oh. Hi, Jedi. I really don't give a shit about you. You are fucking pissing me off already. Down, down, down to the bottom of the sun. Down, down, down till you're not the only one. Down, down, down to the bottom of the sun. Down, down, down till you're not the only one. Down, down, down till you've slowly gone insane. Then you realize there may be a crack in your brain. There may be a crack in your brain. Maybe a crack in your brain. Maybe a crack in your brain. Ran out of things to say, so I'm singing a song anyway. Ha 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 ha. Yep, this is life. Just do nothing but play Sailor Moon. Fun in the afternoon, although it's late in the night. Having myself a fight. Hey, Jedi. Oh man, I could have sung that actually. Hey there, Jedi. Hello, Luna. You seem to be pretty fucking cheery. Down, down, down to the bottom of the sun. Until I'm the only one. Down, down, down. Feel like I missed a step, mistake. How many more tries of this can I fucking take? Down, down, down to the bottom of the sun. Down, down, down until I'm the only one. Down, down, down till all you see is me. And we'll be living together in happy matrimony. I think, I don't know, I'm not rhyming this. I'm just thinking this as I'm singing along to this song to calm me down, as my nerves are being unwound by the sound of stupidity. Yep, that's Jedi, bad guy. Yep, you know what to do. Must find the professor. Skip the birds, skip the bees, skip the blobs, and the bees. Oh, not the bees. Talk to Luna again. Oh, shit, she got possessed. How dare you! How dare you mistake me for that imposter! You know this is the Negaverse. Hopefully it's not. Ah, it's the real Luna. How dare you? How dare you mistake me for that imposter? I think my Luna's off, people. Is my Luna off? Yeah, my Luna's off. Queen Barrel, let's do this shit. Yes, that's it. I fucking beat it. I knew I should have gave it that second chance. I knew it. Yes. Alright, I beat it. That's it. It's done. It's over. I don't have to deal with this anymore. That's one of the Game Boy games knocked down. Finally. Yeah, fuck you, Tuxedo Mask. You did jack diddly fuck. Jesus Christ. Alright. Yep, congratulations all around. Yep, I beat another one. And I got super fucking angry for it too. Yeah. The awkward puberty years of Dr. Zeno. Alright. I'm getting sick of making that joke. I know the character's name is Melvin. I love that joke though. That's probably one of the few jokes I actually enjoyed from Nostalgia Critics Review of Sailor Moon. Was that one? Like, it still gets a crack out of me every once in a while. Once again, you will refer to me as the Negaverse. And I'll just go, yep, yep, Negaverse, of course, Negaverse. Luna put 2 and 2 together. Come on, Isagi, put 2 and 2 together. I talk to Chibi again. I don't want to talk to you, Luna. Piss off. Don't have to keep talking about the Negaverse. She ain't happy. But the Luna balloon is fucking hilarious. Look at that thing and you just go, yep, that's a balloon. And then you look at the real thing and go, yep, that's a cat. Don't take the damage, boy. It's just a game you gotta play. There we go. Yeah. Got a little teabag in there, too. Teabag. Good, Luna's here to lecture us some more on the Negaverse. Here to tell us once again about the Negaverse. We're trying to think of stuff that's funny. Because then you start immediately thinking about everyone else doing something funny, and then you go, yeah, I can't really do that. I mean, trust me, I'd love to reference Brooklyn Nine-Nine's amazing Backstreet Boys scene, but I just can't. Although I will say it was probably the first time I truly had a good laugh regarding Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Not to say that I hate the show, but I don't get to catch it as often as many people do. I don't watch the episodes religiously, I guess is the word I'm looking for. I have you sing I Want It That Way by the Backstreet Boys. Really? Okay. I still get a kick out of that. I get a bigger kick out of the Animal Crossing version, though. Because they pick the right people to fucking play the characters in the Animal Crossing version. Oh, God. Instead of playing this with a controller, we're actually playing this with the Super Nintendo mouse. To give a little bit of context, this mouse was released back in 1993 with the games Mario Paint and Mario & Wario. And this mouse is, I believe, compatible with, I want to say, at least 20 games. I might be wrong on that. But it is a very good mouse. Downside is it requires a ball traction. So it's one of those old mouses from the 90s mouse. But, I mean, I guess you could just sit there and say, no duh. Sailor Moon Puzzle. Honestly, I cannot remember the title of this one. Mainly because it's way too freaking long. Not the longest one I've ever seen. I've seen game titles that were 6 times longer. But it is a really long one. Kind of almost reminds me of, Panel de Pon, in a way. Game graciously bought from Japan for sale. jforsale.com. Actually, I've been trying to find new websites to get the imports from. Mainly because of, well, the pandemic. All the game prices kind of went up on eBay. And there's not really a close game store in my vicinity where I'm at. The closest game shop's like an hour away. So I would love to find a new way to bring some in. And I found some websites that, do sell imports, at a very decent price. One I've looked at right now is called, I think it's called Eastarland. It's out in DC. They do a lot of import stuff. They also sell just a lot of regular games, but you can also get imports. The prices are very decent, I must say, looking at it, because I was actually trying to figure out what other game I could do for this month, as I'm kind of one short. No shocker there, I'm one short for this 14 episode event, so one game either will have to be a duplicate episode, or we just do it as a two-parter, or all the greens, or I'm just gonna have to find something, or as I'm trying to do right now, find something else to add in. It's late at night, and the mood is right. Gonna have some fun, show you how it's done, TGIF. Even though in this case it should be TGIS, but that doesn't have the same rhyme and rhythm. Say that makes me think about these people that just go, oh, do you remember the 90s? The 90s were so much better. And I just go, Yeah, I was a kid, like a really little kid. And that was near the end of the 90s. Does that debatably make me a 90s kid, though? That I've been curious about. Some people say yes, some people say no. Others say, well, that's a very tough one to handle. But yeah, that's a debate I've actually never thought about asking anyone else. Does being born in the mid-90s and growing up in the late 90s make you a 90s kid? Or would that consider you more of a 2000s kid? It's a weird thought exercise. Because on the one hand, technically it should be a yes, you're a 90s kid because you still got to see some of the 90s. And on the other hand, no, because there's some chance that you might not remember most of it. For me, I kind of can't put my finger on it, but you could arguably make the argument that the moment you recognize something and you can remember it, you're technically a 90s person, or your childhood technically started at that point. I mean, fuck, it technically also leads to the argument of, are you technically a millennial or are you technically a Gen Z? In certain cases, from what I've read, I'm technically a millennial. In other cases, they say Gen Z. And in other cases, I just say nope. Just nope to point A, nope to point B, and nope to all the points in between. I ain't having any of that shit. This is the longest story for what is essentially a fighting game. I am not lying. This is a fighting game. This is one of the other rarities that Sailor Moon put out. Sailor Moon had maybe, I think, two fighting games overall in their 9-game run on the Super Nintendo. Like, of course, there was like the beat 'em up brawlers, but these are like the actual like one-on-one fighting games. So, my God, the story is still going. And Chibi has just joined us. Hooray! Alright, pick our character. Well, I always start with Ray, so we're gonna be Ray. I found a survey on, I don't remember if it was Facebook or Twitter. I want to say Twitter. I think I remember sharing it. But there was some company that I think had gotten some rights from Bandai to produce maybe a compilation of the Sailor Moon games, if I remember correctly. And now the roles have been flipped. I'm gonna get my ass kicked regardless. But anyway, back to what I was saying. Sailor Moon collection. Yeah, so I think it was through Twitter, because I think I remember sharing on Twitter. There was some company, I can't remember if they were affiliated with Bandai or if they just got the rights from Bandai to... Fuck. Oh, fuck me. But I can't remember what exactly. But I remember them saying something about, like, if we were to make a new Sailor Moon game, like, what would you want to see? Well, I personally would maybe want to see a whole collection. I think they were talking about either a collection or a remake of one of the games, and, like, cool. I mean, I'd honestly love to see Bandai do a collection on this shit. No, I'm getting slapped. I don't want to be slappoo. No slappoo. No slappoo. Folks, it's funny, I was just sitting here thinking to myself, when the hell was the last time they released a Sailor Moon game? And I do believe it's the DS game from, like, 2006. It was, like, the last time they released one for a console. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of mobile games, but, like, console terms, like, I gotta say the DS. Even then, there was a shit ton of Sailor Moon games. Like, not only ones on the console, but, there's ones for even, like, lesser-known consoles. Like, there's some for, like, the Playdia, and, I think the Pippin had one or two. Shit. I can't really remember. I know the Playdia had a couple, because the Playdia was the best home, from what I was told, for Sailor Moon and Dragon Ball games. So anyway, Playdia, yeah. I don't think there was a Sailor Moon game. I know there was 2 for the PC Engine. There's 2 for the PC Engine, 9 for the Super Nintendo, 9, 10. 3 for the Game Boy. I have all 3 of those. 1 for the Mega Drive. Jesus. And there was Anyways, back to the discussion. Yeah, so like I said, I think there was like 9, 10 of them for the Super Nintendo, 3 for the Game Boy, 2 for the PC Engine, 1 for the Genesis. I know there was 1 for the Saturn, and 1... I think there was 1 for the PlayStation as well, if I remember correctly. There was like a lot of them. Like a lot of them. So, I want to kind of do an episode just all on anime games. Actually, that might be the next big project I might want to work on. But I think that'd be more of a final season kind of thing. If I was to ever get to a final season, just do an entire run of Japanese exclusive anime games. Actually funny, going back to that whole Sailor Moon game discussion shit. Because it's funny that I can remember all those, but I can't remember how many like Doraemon games were made for each system. Because I'm thinking right now, I'm trying to think of how many were made. And I want to say, at least for the Famicom, I know there was like 4. But I can't remember. Doraemon and Dragon Ball are like the ones that got like shit tons. And so did Naruto and One Piece, I guess I could say to another extent. I brought this up in the Joys of Importing, like, part 1, I brought it up, and I said, like, yeah, it's kind of the weirdest thing, is, like, when you have a series that's been going on for so long, they get so many games per console. There we go. Like, there are other series that only got, like, one-shot games, or barely even, like, a whole series worth. Because, I mean, I could think of series that only got, like, 1 or 2 games. One that I really would want to get my hands on is, well, not only that one Bandai one we keep trying to raise money for, hence this entire thing, but it's one for the PC Engine. It's called, it's based on an anime series called Chaos-Centric Beast Warriors. I don't know if anyone's ever heard of that one. If you did, write in the comments. It was like a old anime from, I think, from the early 90s. Ran for like 1 season, I think got like 12 episodes, if I remember, 12 or 13. It wasn't like a huge ton, but they had like 2 games. There was one for the PC 98, which was a special computer. I think it was released by NEC, either NEC or Casio. And then PC Engine got a game. Anyway, as I was saying, yeah, those were like the only 2, and I guess the PC Engine one's kind of really hard to come by, not because they didn't make enough copies, but because, like, again, that series only had a limited number of games. So, I guess it kind of makes sense that it wouldn't have a huge, where was I getting with this? Yeah. Yeah, it's really, it's not, like, truly expensive, like, oh my god, we're paying, fucking Jesus. We're paying like $500 for it, but like I think on eBay it goes for like 30 to 50 bucks. Same price as the Bandai game we've been raising for. I'm trying to think of another series that had a limited number of games. The only one that I could think of right now, other than Chaos-Centric Beast Warriors, is Azumanga Daioh. Actually, Azumanga Daioh got like, I think Azumanga. Oh fuck, shit. Azumanga Daioh, I think, only got like 3 games. I think it only got 3. 1 was arcade, 1 was Game Boy Advance, and 1 was PlayStation 1. Like, the Game Boy Advance game goes for like 20 bucks. Which is kind of high, I guess I would say, for a Game Boy Advance game. But I guess it's also like not high enough to be like an oh my god territory. Like, what the fuck are we doing? Oh, fuck. I know the PlayStation 1 game goes for like $10 to $20. It depends on what condition you find it in. And again, I guess you could say that's the case for all PlayStation games. I don't think of any other series that didn't have a huge roster of games like Dragon Ball and Doraemon. Nadia, that's a good one. I just thought of that now. Nadia, Secrets of the Blue Water, classic anime from like the late 80s. And that series only got, I think, 4 games overall. Hello, Artemis. Oh. Please tell me there's a bonus battle with Artemis. Just because I would find that fucking hilarious. Come on. I'd be laughing my ass off. Please don't tell me that's it. Oh, what a rip. Haha. Take that, wild star. Like, what the fuck? To quote Michael Jordan, I took that personally. Ah, God. Today we're collecting big old piles of apples. Let's get rid of all these big juicy apples. Feel like you could make a meme out of that. Big juicy apples. Kind of like very grumpy turkeys. Oh, big old cherry combo. Apples, apples everywhere. Have your taste, we don't care. Whenever I think of apples, I think about that goddamn schoolyard prank they have you play. Where they tell you to hold down your... Fuck. Hold down your tongue and try to say, my dad likes juicy red apples. Back to the apple orchard farm, sitting here with no harm. Feeling free, gotta grab my detainee. I don't know what the hell I was singing, but I mean, I don't know. It's getting late. I've sat back and watched some of the older UNCUT episodes, Game-O-Rama UNCUTs, like the ones we did like a week, 2 weeks ago, and I put closed captioning on. And so what I've noticed is with closed captioning, every time I said the for fuck's sake, every time I said the F word, it literally had a parentheses, bleep, parentheses, or just like a small dash. It was hilarious. But that was something I noticed, where it was like bracket, blank, bracket. And I've noticed that happens every time I say fuck. So I want to test it out. So hopefully it'll catch it. Ready? Hey YouTube. Fuck. Oh. Fuck yeah. Fuck. Now I'm curious to know if that'll end up in the, if that'll end up as brackets again, or if they'll actually write out the word fuck. I hit the button. Button, who's got the button? I think about that fucking video all the time. If there's one joke that I think, fuck, I think I'd like to thank Mike Batey for, it's move the glow. Here, look, all the trees. All the bees in the trees. Hello, monkey man. No thanks, I don't want to ride. It's a spaghetti eating contest. You gotta be fucking kidding me. That would be great if it was. Remember when games had a plot and a purpose? I remember. Look, there was a clown. Oh, hey. You might want to guess what card this is. You might want to know. I have secrets for you. Hello, Georgie. It's funny to do Goofy as Pennywise. Do you like balloons? I have lots of balloons down here. And they all float. They all float. You better call for Prince Albert in a can. Fuck, this is funny. Cool, that was a waste of a ticket. Hey kids, I have a fun game for you. It's called Let's Waste the Tickets. I'm reading your future, and You owe me 2 tickets. You see a cow and you owe me 2 tickets. Hey look, I found a clown. Yeah? Were you looking for my magic 4? Hey George, lay off float. Oh, that's funny to me. Fuck me, that's hilarious. Alright. It's that one. Aw, oh, damn it. I got 0. I don't deserve this, man. I'm a cartoonist. Let's keep moving here. Let's keep moving. I'm a terrible person. We got a clown. Big scary clown. I ain't gonna let you through unless you give me the key. Well, that's right. You didn't get the key. You've gotta go back and try. Something about that clown, I can just do the goofy voice and it makes me laugh my ass off. Hey kid, you gotta get the key to try. Oh, hey look, I found Luna and Artemis. The Negaverse. And you're squabbling. Alright. Okay, what was I supposed to do? What was I supposed to do? There was nothing I could do. Spot the difference. Found you. So that's what it is, spot the difference game. I've cleared 3 so far. 3. I feel like I should get a medal for this. I cleared it. That's 2 done. Still have 1, 2, 3, 4 to go. Okay. Can I beat the 4? The Elite 4 and be a hero no more? I don't know. What have you got, Clown Boy? Well, I've got plenty of cards. Yuck. Hey kid, you wanna buy a bridge? No thanks, Clown Boy. I'm gonna pass you on that one. Well, your luck has just run out. Yuck, I'm carrying a knife. I'm sorry, repeat that. You said you had a knife on you? Yuck. Well, that's right. And I could save you right here. Ah, damn it. I get to take 5 of your tickets away. Look. My fucking tickets back, you bastard. I'll give you one more chance. Guess which card has the magic star? You got back 2 of your 5 tickets. You fucking clown bastard. I'm everywhere and nowhere at once. Okay, next one. You got back 3. Well, that's 4. And you lost your 5 again. Yuck, you should have quit while you were ahead. Fucking clown bastard. No, fuck you, I want to go back. You'll still want to play for your cards? Yuck. Yes. Okay then, we'll play for the cards. You pick your first one, and if it's a knife, I'll stab you. Fuck, I'm having so much fun. Alright. You got 2 cards. 2 more. And that's 5. And I am walking out. I know my limit. I got 9 back. I'm happy enough. Hello, who's in here? Oh, it's you. My excitement just immediately turned to disappointment. Now I gotta get back to the castle. I just need to find a way to lose the game. That should be it. Good job, you cleared it. You can go to the castle. Let's do this shit. Let's get on the train and head to the castle. Wait. Alright, I know the closest stop. Alright, I beat you. I beat everything. You got all the key blades? Yup. I got everything. I have everything. I beat everyone. Dude. You are such a cocksucker. I beat everyone on that board. What else do you want from me? Ugh. Ugh, seriously? I beat everyone. No. Did I mention this was on sale for $20? Because it was. I mean, not bad for $20, but... The Great Library. Jeez, I've always said this place is way bigger than it needs to be. And all these books, I wonder if anyone's actually read all of them. Well, I don't know. If it was a manga library, I'm pretty sure people had. Don't worry, red and white, I'll read them all. I have yet to finish the Naruto collection, thank you. I have yet to get to Boruto. Or Ninja School, thank you very much. I have yet to finish the Dragon Ball series. I have only gotten to Z, haven't gotten to Kai. I don't know though, my library kind of looks like that. I mean, I've got some Azumanga Daioh, some Zelda, some VHS tapes, some Isuri Yatsura, some actual Japanese manga I had imported. I've also got some Interspecies reviewers and the first 6 volumes of Dr. Slump. With Interspecies, I only got the first 4 volumes. And I'm waiting for volume 5. It's actually a really good read. It's really funny. Wait, why am I telling you this? So I have to make you talk. I'm gonna rip up all of your Naruto manga. God. She uses the book just like Robin, except, you know, in Robin's case, she was actually cool. This ain't really that cool. Actually, correction. The design is pretty adorable. Moving on. Yes! Right on the edge. With all the giant books around ya. I think I see the, I think I see the Persona mangas right in the back. I'm joking. Somehow I got Shantae stuck in my head. It's because I just downloaded Shantae on my Switch and I can't wait to play it. It came with all this nice, really nice artwork. And now I'm sitting here asking myself, will Famicom Detective Club ever get a physical release? And I'm sitting here thinking, no, probably not. I'm probably going to have to import that. Thanks, Nintendo. Seriously, come on. If you're going to do a big digital release like that, where you're even like offering people more for the digital than, you know, nothing else, then, I don't know. I guess the way I have to put it is, oh, ritual using hair? Yeah, that's disgusting. It's weird. Disgusting. She had a huge grin on her face when I gave her the hair. Oh boy. Anyway, as I was saying, no, what infuriates me about that is Nintendo knows they could probably make a buttload of money with a physical release. Like a digital release, yeah, you could see that. But a physical one, some people just want it physical, like I do. I didn't download Mario 3D All-Stars. I didn't download Mario 3D World. I bought those physical. Now there are some games where, yeah, it's easy to just have a physical, digital. Like Shantae. Shantae, it was easy to get a digital because getting a physical copy costs way too much. And even looking into something like Limited Run. Yeah, no. Nothing against Limited Run, but you can't really trust the title when it's Limited Run. Because you know that there's some scalper that has bought it and is probably reselling it for 3 times the price. Anyway, enough of my hot takes and controversial points. We are on the clock tower, underground. I carry knives. I like to stab people in the back. You know, that's what I do here at my job. I stab people in the back. Like, wow. You're right, that is a pointless question. Why would you ask for someone? Why can't you just go, yo, where's he at? Gee, what were they thinking? Let's do this fight. She's got knives, she could just stab us at this point. God, I really don't want to spend $100 for a copy of Famicom Detective Club before you say, well, just get the digital. I really don't. Because not only would I have to pay for a new SD card to put in there to replace the old one, so that way I have more space, I would also have to, you know, buy the digital versions of the game and sit there looking at my collection going, well, there's 2 slots that'll never get filled. And it will constantly disappoint me. But at the same time, I really don't want to get the import because it's a huge box, because it's a collector's edition and it's $100. Why am I still talking about this? I don't know. Maybe it's because it's still infuriating me. Maybe it's because I set up an alert for a physical copy from PlayAsia, so that when that went on sale, or was up and ready to go, I could just go, I want that. But nope, not having it. Just not even a European release. That's just the strangest thing. Come on, Nintendo. Think this through. Just release a physical copy. I know pandemic and things have to be, you know, cheap and cut costs, but come on. Just at least do a limited run. That way I can sit there and say, I pre-ordered it, I got them, they're coming, it's $80, I took it. It's $80, $100, I'll take it. Instead of saying, alright, I had to import it, it's gonna take 3 weeks, yada yada yada. Where are you at? The doll ran away? Oh boy. It's just a doll, right? Yeah, kind of. Maybe. It's a really weird doll. Weird's an understatement. The Great Library has nothing, but we have 42 copies of Yasuri Yatsura. We've also have the entire Inuyasha collection. What the fuck is that thing? It's cute, it's creepy, I have no idea what else to call it. Just, it's something. It is really something. Yeah, what the heck is that? Jesus. Isn't it cute? Well, kind of, but it's also creepy. You know, I don't know. I'm kind of on a mixed palette on this one. Oh, God. Please don't tell me that was the end of the game. Oh my God, that was the end of the game. Alright, so, okay. Folks, I'm going to be honest with you. If you watch the first half of this video and things didn't seem to add up, it's because the first half of the video actually got corrupted and we had to delete it and restart. So if you do notice that, our apologies. We had some corrupted data. We had to go back and fix it, and we weren't going to go back and re-record audio for that. So we tried to get it as close to that time as possible. So that way it kind of all evenly matches. So, but yeah, now the debate is, do I keep playing or do I call it here? My name is Marissa, and I'm a witch. Not as cool as Sabrina the Teenage Witch, but a witch. Not as cool as Mogo-chan, but a witch. Get a big old blast of Kamehameha with the power of Kamehameha. Now, if you can make a spirit bomb, then I'd say this was supposed to be a Dragon Ball game. Just go back to the Great Library. You're gonna steal my books. No, that's my mint edition Lupin the Third Volume 1. No, you're ripping my Yasuri Yatsura Volume 2 Master Collection. You remember that big-headed thing? It was weird. Shot laser blasts. It was a strange thing. Strange. You'll know. It's big. It's bulbous. It's cute and scary at the same time. I don't know how that's possible, but you know. It is. You must find the pet. You know, the big bulbous head that's cute and creepy at the same time. I'll bore you with the details. Too many details. You'll know it when you see it. Ah, damn it. We're up against this thing again. No, don't you think it's cute? Well, yes, and it's also scary. It's very scary. Maybe cute to a vampire, but not to, you know, a human. Well, I mean, it's cute to a human, but it's more like a chibi, oh my god, how could you not call that thing precious? Precious. But that's also why it's creepy. So this is going to play exactly like Street Fighter. It's in some ways one of the rare Street Fighter clones that came out during the 90s. It's a good game though. I got it for like $15 from one of my favorite game shops back in New York. Vortex Games. If you're ever in the New York area, especially upper kind of like capital area, check them out. They're over in Waterville. Really cool guys. Otto and Chris, they run the place. Really cool guys. Always had a lot of unique selections there. A lot of good collectibles. But imports was something new they were getting into by the time I picked this one up. I think they only had like 2 at the time. But as I was saying, yeah, check them out. They're in the New York area. You'll find them in Waterville. They're really cool guys. The shop is really cool. They got a lot of interesting collectibles. A lot of good games. Good game selection they got there. Sometimes they carry some of the more rare consoles. Actually, another good place I recommend is Pastime. They've got 3 locations in the capital area. They got one in Albany, right in the capital. They got one out in Scotia, which is like 10-20 minutes away from the capital. And they got one out in Troy, which is about another 15 minutes away from the capital. And then they got a location out in and then they got one sorry, I'm losing my train of thought here. They got one out in I think Ventura, California, which I find is kind of odd. So yeah, we're gonna try this again. Which I find kind of odd that they had a location out there. But I mean, if it's on the map, it's on the map. So, and then I guess one more game store recommendation would be J Street. So, and they're located over at Crossgates Mall in the Capital Region area, and they've got a good selection too. All these stores have a really good selection. Will they ever be as good as like Video Games New York? No, but some get close. Pastime for a while has had a good selection of imports. I've gotten a couple of them from there, like Love Hina and Final Fantasy VII. I've also gotten like Ni no Kune for the DS from there, and God, I'm sorry, I'm blanking here. And some of the jump games I got from J Street, along with my only Japanese 3DS game, which is which is, I think, Monster Hunter X. Which I was told, oh yeah, no, it works. No, it doesn't. Ryan, why'd you lie? I never called him out on that one, but I'm gonna call him out on this, because I doubt he's probably gonna watch this, but Ryan, why'd you lie? It didn't work. And I sat there going, oh. No, I'm gonna have to actually pull in a DS to play this. Actually, I had to do that for one of my DS imports. No joke, RPG Maker for the DS, the Japanese import, only worked with the Japanese DS, I found out. And so I'm sitting here going, great. Or, no, my correction. It doesn't work with only the Japanese DS. It works with just a regular DS. That's the only system it'll work with. Because, of course, as many people know, the DS was region-free. Just like the Game Boy, just like the Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, all of that. It was all region-free. So. But, oh, we're at a clock tower now. Yeah, so I had to go out and buy a new DS, used DS, mind you, just to play one game. One game. I straight up think this is a, this character I'm facing is a rip from, Fatal Fury. If it is, SNK needs to get their lawyers on the phone. She got the fan and everything. I'm trying to think of more interesting stories. I mean, I can think about the time that the postal guy when I used to live back in Michigan fucked with me and tried to lie to me that my imports didn't come in. I mean, that was funny. But I think I told that story before, actually, in an episode of Family Updates. Yeah, fuck it, I'll tell it again. So I went in, this would have been 5-6 years ago? Wow. Time really has shifted. This would have been about 5 years ago. Come on. And, shit. Alright. And, so I went down to the post office to not only grab my mail, but get my, package, because I was told, hey, your package showed up. And, usually the way they tell you is when you open your mailbox, there's a little, like, purple card inside. And it says, hey, you got a package, come and get it. So I'm like, alright. I walk into the package area, and I talk to the man that's working that day, the mail postal carrier, and I say, excuse me, sir, you left a thing in my mailbox saying I had a package? And he's like, nope, don't know why it was put in there. I'm like, okay. He's like, I can go check for you. I'm like, yeah, sure, fine. You know, just in case, maybe they made a mistake. He's like, name? I'm like, Tony. He's like, alright, Tony, give me about 5 minutes, let me take a look. I'm like, alright. So, 5 minutes passes. He comes back, he's like, yeah, no, don't see a package. I'm like, oh, alright then. I'm about ready to walk out the door when he goes, actually, you know what? Correction, I just found this, random, like, paper-wrapped box, sitting here. God damn it, on the table over here on the side, this might be yours? And he's looking at it, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, yeah. He's like, yeah, actually, I found this like 10 minutes ago. I was just not going to tell you. I just wanted to mess with you, see what you would do. I'm like, well, that's nice. You know, that's like almost $100 worth of games sitting in there. $100 worth of Famicom games, mind you. And yeah, you'd rather just like play a joke on me. Yeah, that's nice. I don't think I've ever had that happen again. Any other interesting importing stories? I mean, I guess I could talk about how I had to walk in the rain to the post office when I lived in New York to pick up VHS tapes. Only because it was raining that, actually it's a funny long story. So, like I said, when I moved to New York, most of my packages would show up on the porch. And the worst part is when they showed up during a rainstorm or following a rainstorm, and the package is completely wet. What ends up happening most of the time is, you end up getting, well, usually the cartridge isn't wet. You get lucky with that sometimes. But for the most part, what'll happen is the box will get soaked, so you can't use the box. Because we sometimes just like to use the boxes for props for Imported Monthly, because it kind of helps with the realism. We've actually reused boxes for episodes. Ah, shit. But, anywho, so, okay, so to talk about this story. So I'd ordered a bunch of imported VHS tapes from Japan. These were like randomly recorded VHS tapes that I'm using for an upcoming episode of Imported Monthly long down the road. Not like next season or coming up, like long down the road. I just want to kind of get some of the stuff like to start with, just so that way I kind of have an idea of where I'm going with the episode. But so I ordered these tapes, and I'm like, all right, tapes, you know, they're coming from, I think they were either A, coming from Japan, or B, they're coming from someplace out west, because usually that's the other place that most of these imports will come from, is out west. Because most people from out west usually fly overseas every once in a while to vacation. They usually pick up imported games or whatever to sell. And so this person was selling like 6 recorded VHS tapes of Japanese television. So I think I got it for like $50. Anyway, so I'd ordered the tapes and shit. And I was like, alright, they're gonna be here in like a week and a half. So, you know, I'm looking at the weather, I'm, you know, tracking the package, and it dawns on me, maybe like 2-3 days into it. The first thing that dawned on me was, shit, there might be a rainstorm the day the package shows up. Which, if that happens, I'm not going to be able to grab it immediately to put it in, you know, put it in the apartment and let it, you know, dry, or, you know, let it, you know, stay dry. I guess is the word I'm looking for. So, realization number 2 was, shit, if that gets left out, I'm not going to be able to grab it until I get out of work. So I think I had to work that day. And of course, it's an 8-hour shift, so if you leave something out in the rain for 8 hours, it's not only going to soak, it's going to ruin whatever you put inside there. Sometimes they get smart and they wrap it within the package with something else, like newspaper and stuff. That's why we do the Joys of Import, not the Joys of Importing, the Mysterious Fun of Japanese Newspaper specials every once in a while, because we get those and they're hilarious to look through. But I was thinking, shit, that's a possibility as well. Yes! So I'm thinking, alright, I gotta deal with the rain issue, and I've also gotta deal with the fact that I'm not gonna be there to grab the package from the porch if it does rain. So in my head I'm thinking, I need a backup idea. And the idea I had was, alright, I'll have the package just stay at the post office. That way, I can just run and grab it early in the morning before I leave. Huh. Brilliant, Tony, brilliant. So of course, what happens? It's of course raining. I had set it over to the post office. I had it request to be left there. And so the day comes, I go over to grab it. And, like, of course they have to go through their usual routine of, you know, we need the information, you know, this and that, you know, we need to make sure this is you, this is your address. And yes, of course, when you order stuff off eBay, especially if you're connected through Google, shit, it's going to go based off your Google username. Now, the username we use for Google is often the username we use for the YouTube channel. So, of course, the package was coming in as, fuck me, TVC Studios. So I'm just like, alright. So that's why they couldn't. So when I got there and I, explained, my name and everything, they're like, okay, let's see if we got something for you. We got nothing. We got something here for TVC Studios. Yeah, that's me. Really? I'm like, yes. That is my production house. We usually order our stuff through that name. So, I guess this wasn't really an exciting story, but I just wanted to talk about something. That way I could kind of have something to fill the airtime. back to fun times, telling fun stories. So anyway, the Battle Golf for Yui story and how that influenced an episode of Imported Monthly. This is probably something I'll probably talk about in the commentary for that episode when we get to them, the audio commentaries for that season. But to give away the kit and caboodle, fucking Jesus. So I had ordered a copy of Battle Golf for Yui. It's this exclusive Sega Genesis game that came out only in Japan. I've actually talked about it on Game-O-Rama if you watched part 1 of The Joys of Importing. God damn it. So it's this really Japanese exclusive RPG that came out for the Sega Genesis, and I ordered it for, I think I got it for about $25. So I'm like, okay, got it for $25. Wasn't too bad. You know, I was obviously looking for a better price on it, because on average that game goes for about $60 when I was looking, and I was trying to find a decent, cheap copy. So I'd ordered it from this guy. I'm not going to use his name. We actually did technically... Shit. We did technically use his name actually in the episode, funnily enough. But I ordered it from this guy, and, you know, waited the usual week for it to, you know, come through the mail. And so when I got the package, I'm like, wow, this is really odd. It feels longer than, you know, a usual Sega cartridge does. So my first thought was, okay, maybe he put like cardboard into it, you know, that way to protect the game. You know, these cartridges, especially 30-year-old cartridges, are usually frail. So that was my first thought. And then, you know, I open the package and I look at it and I'm like, well, this is definitely not what I ordered. It was a copy of Luigi's Mansion. So I'm going, alright, what the fuck is going on? So I messaged the guy on eBay and I'm like, hey, I just got my package and I got Luigi's Mansion instead of Battle Golf for Yui. And he's like, oh crap, I must have mixed up your package with another person's. And I'm like, how do you mix that up? I'm curious. Damn it. He goes, yeah, we must have been in a rush and I must have swapped the labels around on the envelopes when we were sending them out. And I'm thinking, alright. He's like, give me 5 minutes to contact the other guy and we'll try to get this all squared away. I'm thinking, okay, we'll get this all squared away. So, about maybe an hour passes when he gets back to me. He says, hey, I talked to the other guy who got your package by mistake. He agreed to a swap. How would you feel about that? You know, we don't have to get eBay involved. I'll send you packaging, you know, I'll send you labels, you just, you know, repack the game and, you know, put it in the mailbox and send it out, and he'll do the same, and you guys will both receive your games. God damn it. And I'm thinking, alright, I'll bite and I'll play your game. So he emails us the new, he emails me the new label. I go to my folks' house to print it off because my printer ain't working. So I print it off, and we tape it on there, and I take it with me to work so I can just use the mailbox at work because it's a lot easier. So I send it out, and I wait about maybe a week and a half. So I'm like, all right, you know, he's gotta, you know, it's gonna take some time to process. Of course, you know, the holiday season's right around the corner, it's right around Thanksgiving, so it's probably gonna take some time. About a week passes, and I just go, hey, I haven't seen anything. So I message the guy and I say, hey, I haven't gotten my package yet. Do you know what's holding the other guy up? And he's like, oh, I'm sorry to hear about that. Let me get in contact with him and we'll try to get this squared away. I'm like, alright. You know, we'll talk to him, we'll get this all squared away, and things will be hunky-dory. And so, I'm sitting there, and I'm thinking, alright, this is all gonna be fine, it's gonna be fixed. God damn it. he messages back and he says, yeah, he hasn't sent it out yet. I'm like, so what you're telling me is, we've been at this for about a week, trying to get this whole situation solved. I sent mine out. He got my game. Because he told me, he's like, yeah, he got your package, but he never sent out his. So I'm like, alright. Okay, he's like, the guy's like, why don't we give it a few more days? You know, I'll let him know that, you know, he has to send it out. If we don't, you know, if you don't see anything within the next couple days, you know, message me back and we'll just give you a refund for the game. I'm thinking, okay. So, a couple days pass. I message him back, hey, still haven't gotten anything. He's like, alright. Sorry about that. Here's your refund. Anyway, to wrap up that story. So I never received the package. The guy had to give me a refund on it. And I came to the suspicion that I think either A, the kid knew what he had, kept it, and didn't say anything about it, or would just lie and say, oh yeah, I'm sending it out. Or B, he didn't know what he had. He got upset. He took it down to the local game store and traded it in for credit. So yeah, that's what I think happened overall. But I mean, there's nothing I can really do about it. So I got the refund, and I ended up having to order a copy, actually from Spain. I had to get the import in from Spain, which is odd that a Spaniard game store had a copy. But I actually got it for a lot cheaper. I got it for like $20 overall, and that was with shipping. So, and then about a few months later, after I got the game, I figured, all right, I'm going to use this to my advantage, and I turned the whole scenario into a plot for Imported Monthly, and it became the plot for I think our 7th episode overall, episode 7 of the season, Battle Golfer Story, which personally to me is one of my favorite episodes of the season, one of my favorites, because it proves a point that even misery could come with a storytelling opportunity. I'm trying to think of any other interesting stories I've had happen. I mean, I guess I could talk about the failed trip I was planning to take to Retro Taku store in Michigan. So for anyone who doesn't know, Retro Taku is another retro game store, but they specialize in importing. And I was gonna go over there to actually try to knock out a huge chunk of games off the importing list. I actually have a list for our Imported Monthly of like what games we should get and what would make good episodes, and we have some that were like we might do, and others were like we might not. I guess it depends is the word I'm looking for. So this was maybe back like summer 2019. I was planning to go. This is months before the months before the premiere, and I was like, all right, I'm gonna be in Michigan for like overall a whole day and a half. So I thought I'm gonna just try to make this trip, and the idea I had overall was gonna be, all right, if I'm gonna do this trip, we gotta like literally plan this out, because the bus I need to get to the train station, one state over, leaves at 7. So if I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna have to do this right. So the plan I had was, alright, I'm gonna leave that day, which ended up being Independence Day, ironically enough. I was gonna leave that day at around 9 a.m. Leave at 9 a.m., get to the train station by... Get to the train station by 10:30. Wait for the next available train or bus, which would have been at around 12. And the idea was, alright, I'll take that into Detroit, then hop from like bus to bus between Detroit and like Royal Oak, I think is the overall place I would have ended up. to make the story a little shorter, the train was running late. I decided to go by train. That was a bad idea. I should have just taken Greyhound and would have actually shown up on time. Would have actually probably been able to do everything I needed to do. But of course, you know, I didn't think that through. So I thought, alright, I'll take Amtrak, I'll be there. You know, I can get off at this stop, and I'll be, you know, that close to the store. And I could just, you know, walk right over. Nope. When I had planned out the New York special, I'd had high hopes of definitely being able to do like most of the major retro game stores in that area. And of course, that didn't end up happening for particular reasons that I'll probably discuss in the Season 8 commentary for New York Files. Anyway, where was I at? Oh yeah, but yeah, like the New York City special was going to be another one, which we were going to try to knock off that list. That list is huge, mind you. Like, there's a lot of games on that list. Enough to fill like maybe 2 whole shelves full of imports. Right now it's at like 2 levels of a shelf, like almost a quarter of a shelf. I like the fatter ones that take a lot more to kill. And something about that just seems really funny to me. The girls I can understand. The nerdy boys I can understand. The girls, I mean the fat guys, yeah, I can completely understand that. You know what happened at Rap Fest 99? There was a fist brawl with Limp Bizkit. Between Limp Bizkit, Eminem, and Gorillaz, you know, the usual. And the worst brawl that happened at Rap Fest 2003. Yeah, I was just thinking about it, and I don't know, maybe this is just my thought process, but I was thinking, I can't think there'd be any chance that there'd be successful female rappers in Japan. And then I'm thinking, no, I think there might be. Maybe it's just because I didn't hear that many. Like, usually the most you hear in terms of music from Japan is like idol music. Stuff like Hatsune Miku and Kelly Marie, Squid Sisters. I'm trying to think of what else. Pearl and Marina. Maybe I should just play more than Nintendo and Sega games, but who knows. But I just realized the thing on the bottom of the, I think it's the left-hand screen, if I'm mistaken, maybe right hand, you know what I'm looking at? Right hand. I just realized that's a timer. Like, it didn't click to me that was a timer. Wow, okay then. I already got that. Jeez. Look, I know it's idle night here at Akihabara Square, but Jesus Christ. Actually, what am I saying? Akihabara's like the best place to hold an idol concert. I can see its character being in Super Smash Bros. Or Street Fighter. I don't see Street Fighter putting in that many guest characters. Well, I mean the stuff from King of Fighters, the stuff from Darkstalkers, all that. Okay then. Wonderful. Lovely. Great sprite work, guys. Great sprite work. GG. Let's take the night off, regroup, come back. Now I'm curious, because I know America gets represented in this. I just immediately thought of Scooby-Doo 2 for some reason. Daphne, we love you. God damn, there we go. We love you, we got your tattoo on our chest. Oh, that was so funny. Although, surprisingly, it's not my favorite joke from Scooby-Doo 2. My favorite joke is the water. I don't know how I want to describe this one. Fuck, hold on. Stay back, stay back. Oh, fuck. Okay, so the joke is, Fred's being interviewed by the news reporter. This is after the second night live. To give a grand scheme of the plot. Scooby-Doo 2 is essentially, there's some mysterious villain that's been going around stealing all the old costumes from all the old villains that they faced throughout their adventures. And there's a scene where after the second burglary, Fred is being interviewed by this journalist, and he at one point criticizes her and says, "No, look, you're doing that thing again where you take all my words out of context. You're trying to make it look like I think Coolsville sucks. No, don't record that." It gets like 5 minutes later, it just goes, all Fred Jones had to say was, "I think Coolsville sucks." That to me is my favorite joke. It's so... Oh god, how do I describe it? It's so stupid, but yet so funny at the same time. Because you could tell, like, it's gonna amount to that joke, and then at the end they're like, no, we're gonna make you wait on that. Now we're gonna go back to that joke. He just puts his head down. And the other reason is, like, it's Freddy Prinze Jr., of course. If that joke could come out of anyone's mouth, it's Freddy Prinze Jr. Nothing against the man, but, you know. But that's my feelings on Scooby-Doo 2. Good sequel. Decent sequel. James Gunn wrote that. James Gunn wrote the first one, too. They're both decently good written movies. They're just directed poorly. Directed and cast poorly with the exception of Linda Cardellini and, like, Matthew Lillard. That's it. I'd say keep those two in to replace Sarah Michelle Gellar and Freddie Prinze Jr. and you would have had a solid flick. I mean, like I said, it's good. I'm not going to sit there and say it's like the best thing on earth. Oh, jeez. Come on. That was so close. Alright. One more time. That scene, for some reason, still makes me laugh. I don't know if it's putting it in the context of it being Freddie Prinze Jr. and of course that's a joke they'd set him up for, or just the sheer absurdity of that. So like, you're doing that thing again. Yeah, it's already happened. Heard the good word? Yeah, they have cookies. Come on, come closer. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Knock the house down. And I said, knock you out. What is she rapping? Hello, Cool J? My god, it's the Godzilla Land theme song. Really fucking good. Of course, for people who don't know what I'm talking about, so in the I don't know how I want to begin this story. So in the mid-80s, Toho had signed an agreement with Bandai to help, to help popularize and franchise the Godzilla series. Which, not to say it hadn't been done before, but it wasn't done as successfully back in the 60s and 70s as it was in the 80s and 90s. So they signed this deal with Bandai, and under the deal was that Bandai was supposed to help produce their next... So under the deal, Bandai was supposed to help in terms of promotion, as well as merchandising for the next set of Godzilla movies that would have came out following Godzilla 85. So I think, I don't remember what they were. Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla, the remake they did. And then I think Godzilla vs. Mothra, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong on this, but I'm just trying to remember. But it was like the next set that came out like 92 and 94. I can't remember. Usually my friend Raiden is really good at this. He's good. He's like the big Godzilla expert. So, alright, let's go back into this. But anyway, so as a part of that agreement, like I said, they had to help with promotion. Bandai did. And so Bandai went on to produce some TV specials in the mid-80s, like maybe right around, actually no, it wouldn't have been mid-80s, it would have been the late 80s. Yeah, it would have been right around the time of the 92 Godzilla flick, which I think was Godzilla vs. Mechagodzilla. It was a remake. But anyway, so under that promotion, they decided, no, I'm sorry, I'm thinking about this some more. No, I think it was Godzilla 85. Yeah, I think it was Godzilla 85, actually, that they did the promotion on. Yeah, okay, I'm sorry, it was Godzilla 85 that they started this promotion story I'm about to talk about. So as a way to promote Godzilla 85, as a way to promote Godzilla 85, they created these chibi versions of the Godzilla characters. And they made up this like whole mysterious magical land called Godzilla Land. And the idea was that they were going to produce specials that were going to focus on the movies, like the upcoming movies, and promoting them, as well as promoting the toy lines that Bandai was producing. And one of the lines they would produce would be the Godzilla Land toys, stuff for younger kids. Out of that, Bandai decided, with Toho's permission, to release a couple of educational tapes in the early 90s. And these, if you ever come across these videos on YouTube, they're something. Catchy as hell fucking theme song, I'll say that. Catchy as hell theme song. Like the most weird premise you could ever give to a Godzilla movie post like 1973. So like it was an educational. Something I'll probably talk about Django again when he comes around. But anyway, so it was like an educational film series that they did to promote A, Godzilla, and B, to help children learn Japanese language, the Japanese writings, as well as mathematics, which was really odd, but I'm not one to judge. I'm gonna try this again. But yeah, so the whole premise is like, it's all the Godzilla characters on this island. Mothra is the only adult kaiju on the island. So Mothra acts as like a parental figure throughout this entire series. And it's just teaching kids how to write Japanese, how to write kanji, how to do mathematics, which is like the strangest thing. The strangest thing was the live-action shit that they did. So each episode would have live-action stuff centered around it. And the live-action stuff was centered around Godzilla and, we presume, his sister, his human sister, living in this like log cabin, or not this log cabin, it's like Shinto, like I don't know where they came up with this stuff. But it is the most fascinating stuff. MovieBot did a whole fucking review of this series, as well as like the history of the promotion and all that. It's so fucking fascinating. Like Godzilla Land was like the last thing. But I guess the last thing I could talk about Godzilla Land is, like I said, the theme song is really fucking good. It's like so fucking 90s. Like look up the if you ever get a chance, look it up. It's like the most 90s theme song. I think I remember showing it to my friend Hayes, and he was like, what the fuck is this? And I explained to him the whole situation. He's like, alright then. What will they think of next? And I'm like, well, you know. And it's technically considered like the first Godzilla anime. Because Godzilla didn't have an anime at that point, surprisingly. Oh hell, this is all off the book. So if you've noticed, in the last like day or so, I've been posting up clips, animation tests for something I'm working on. I said it was down the pipeline from May. I can't, like I said, I don't know how much of this I want to talk about, honestly. So there's a part of me that's saying, don't talk about all of it. So you want to keep it a surprise. There's the other part of me saying, no, you gotta get context to this shit, or else they're gonna look at you like you're nuts. So this new thing I'm working on, like I said, if you haven't seen it already on Twitter, I'm slowly working on something Shantae related for I guess the celebration of the Switch release of Shantae Half Genie Hero, which is already going to be a little passé by that point, but honestly, who cares? So yeah. So this is something I've already spent like a day on, and I've already gotten like 5 to 6 seconds of animation finished. And let me tell you, as someone who is technically going to college for animation, I'm actually going to college right now for graphic design. I could tell you, I can see why a lot of people don't really like going to college for animation. Or I can see why a lot of people end up being, holy shit, tired in the process. Because, my god, has this process been like the biggest pain in my butt. And of course, I'm animating with Photoshop. So that doesn't make it any better. But I'm gonna try this again. I'm animating in Photoshop, so the notion I'm going through is, alright, it's Photoshop. A, I didn't even know there was an animation function, and B, cool, there's an animation function. It's just like figuring out, oh yeah, Blender has animation. Not only CGI, but now 2D. But Blender's is too fucking complicated for me. For some reason, I can't get it to work the way I want it to. There we go. So going with Photoshop seemed like the more logical choice until I could find a way to get the tune good. Anyway, so animating with Photoshop has been both a blessing and a curse. It's a blessing because, great, it's Photoshop. I already know how to use Photoshop, so this should be just like a snap. But on the other hand, I'm going, oh dear God, it's Photoshop. Why are you not letting me do what I want to do? Of course, the answer to that question is, they don't know. Animating in Photoshop. Holy shit. So, first thing I should say is, it took me a while to try to find a way to put reference clips into my Photoshop timeline. So that way I had kind of a good reference, so I could do outlines and kind of get the movements down correctly. That's the first thing I have to add, because this is not the only thing I'm working on in Photoshop. I have other stuff that's being done as well. Anyway, I guess. I'm sorry, I keep getting caught up in this. But, I guess the end result to all this I'm trying to get to is... it's Photoshop. It's animation with Photoshop. There's some things where I'm expecting the rules to be that easy, where it's like, oh yeah, you can do that. No, you can't. Like, okay, I want to put color in the animation. Like, I can have it be the black outline, but like, when it comes to like filling in color and all that, nope. Alright, what about a fade-in effect? Like, if I have to have someone fade in an appearance. Or what if I need to, like, make this, you know, disappear? Oh, you gotta just fuck with the occupancy of that. Or not the occupancy, the opaqueness, I guess. I'm sorry, I'm trying to find the words and I can't find them. It's like, okay, so you gotta do it that way. Great. Ooh, quick question. What happens if I want to go in and put some font in there? Well, is the thing going to be moving? Maybe. Well, then you're probably not going to want to do that. Why not? Well, because then you're going to have to try to either rewrite the font for every fucking frame of animation, or you're going to end up having to, or you're just going to have the item be, stale. Or not stale, just literally a frozen picture. A still image. And I'm like, alright. Alright. So now I'm thinking, okay. Well, I guess we'll have one still image and we'll just have everything else moving around it. Alright, cool. Now what if you want the still image to move? Well, you're you're gonna have to copy the frame and slowly move it bit by bit, and you're gonna have to figure out the location wise, you know, how many you can move per frame, and all that fun stuff. It's like, okay. So this is something new that I'm just getting used to. Cool. Come on. It's kind of like a Knuckles the Hedgehog kind of, you know, something like that. Speaking of Knuckles the Hedgehog, he's in Sonic 2, baby. And I'm going to just say it right now. I think they got Dwayne Johnson to play him, if I remember correctly from reading, or they expressed interest. And if they did get Dwayne Johnson, this might be interesting. But that, you know, because I mean, I had that same. If they get Dwayne Johnson to play Knuckles, it'll be interesting. Because it's the same way I felt when they said they got Ben Schwartz to play Sonic. I was like, oh, cool, it's Ben Schwartz, you know, from DuckTales. This should be fun. And then I saw the movie twice in theaters, and it was actually the last movie I saw before the pandemic fully kicked, and I was like, yeah, you know what, actually that was fun. Sonic is up there in like my top 3 favorite video game movies. It's not that many I've seen, but like, it's up there. It's maybe like Super Mario Brothers and Sonic the Hedgehog at this point. Like the top 2 at least. With maybe, I don't know, I haven't really sat through Street Fighter yet. Although I would like to, because I keep seeing ads for the RipTrax version of Street Fighter. Every Bison dollar's worth 5 British pounds. I actually had to do the math on this one. To say, alright, so what's that equate to in real life currency? As I was saying, Street Fighter the movie. Yeah. No, it's one of those movies I haven't really like gotten a chance to sit down and actually watch. But again, I've seen so many people talk about it, and of course, I guess it's also in line with like the recent Mortal Kombat movie. A lot of people are saying it's good, and a lot of people are like, well, it's okay. You know, I don't know. To be honest, I was never a huge Mortal Kombat guy. I was more of a Street Fighter guy. Nothing against Mortal Kombat, it's just, I don't know, I never really got into it. Never. And it's funny, because I had like the Super Nintendo version of Mortal Kombat, and yet I never got into it. Oh, maybe that was the reason. Maybe it was the Super Nintendo version. No, because I also had Mortal Kombat on the at-game Sega Classic. And I remember not really enjoying it on there, but then again, maybe it's just bad representation of where I played it. No, like I said, I was more of a Street Fighter kind of person. Like, I like Street Fighter a lot more. Maybe it's because it's also like Capcom, and I know Capcom's usually, what's the word I'm looking for? Capcom's usually good with making fighting games. They're really good at it. Honestly, I'd be curious to see a Street Fighter versus Mortal Kombat game. That would be interesting to see. Oh, Jesus. Alright. Do this again. I'm not giving up on this character. I like this one so far. She has a inkling vibe to her. Actually, she kind of reminds me of Morgana from Darkstalkers, which is another fighting game series I like. I really like the Capcom fighting games, like I said. I think it's not only Street Fighter, it's just all the Capcom fighting games I like. Just because it's Capcom and you know they can't fuck it up. Back to the discussion of Capcom fighting games and why I love them. I think most of my Saturn fighting games are Capcom fighting games. I think if Capcom's really good at it, then like second best is SNK. And SNK has some really good ones, like King of Fighters and Fatal Fury are probably up there 2 of my favorites. Capcom versus SNK. That's a good fighting crossover game. Actually, there's a few. Capcom was always good at crossover fighting games. Like Capcom versus SNK or Capcom versus Marvel, or so is Capcom versus SNK. Although personally, I'd like to play the ones for the Neo Geo Pocket. I have the one for the Dreamcast, Millennium Match 2000, which is a really good one. But like, it's not one I personally like that much. Maybe it's because they don't have a lot of the fighters I usually like to play as. I mean, granted, I could play as Sakura, I could play as Chun-Li, I could play as Ryu and Ken, but I can't play as Shermie from King of Fighters. My personal favorite SNK game is actually SNK Gale Fighters, and their subsequent sequel they did, which was SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy, which is another good one. I've actually probably will eventually do a Game-O-Rama Uncut on that sometime soon. Maybe not a full-on Game-O-Rama episode, but a Game-O-Rama Uncut. I'll probably do something with Game-O-Rama in terms of fighting games. I might do an episode on that. It depends. Jesus Christ, this gets fucking difficult. So many fans. So many fans, so little time. This is Splatfest 2018 all over again. Or, no, better yet, Splatfest 2016 all over again. Bad I can't, jump. Jump would be nice. But then again, I guess this would probably go then on the Wonder Momo effect, where jumping might risk exposure, which might risk embarrassment, which might risk being knocked out for a while. No joke, that's actually a game mechanic in Wonder Momo. Look that one up. Wonder Momo, the classic Namco game that never gets referenced, ever. Or at least it does, every once in a while, for a piece of shit, for either a Japanese exclusive or a piece of shit game. You gotta learn your fucking space! 6 feet, asshole, 6 feet! Come on, man. It's a pandemic, 6 feet. Keep telling us 6 feet. Now all I can think about is the song, "You're the best around. No, we're never gonna let you down. You're the best around." I'm butchering the song now. Janko's gonna be pissed. It was his fault. I got the song in my head, and now I gotta try to survive. Gotta try to be the best Kawaii, definitely the best tonight. Gotta smack all my fans and beat them up, so they can go to hell. Try to get all these souls before the final bell. And that's part of the Game-O-Rama Uncut Best of collection. Jesus. Now I got to thank Janko for getting Karate Kid stuck in my head, because the first thought I had was, oh god, the Karate Kid. Then he said, have you seen it? And I was like, well, yeah, I've seen the Karate Kid before. Caught it on TV back when I was in high school. He's like, did you like it? I was like, well, not really. I mean, I appreciate it for what it did, but I'm not, not gonna sit there and say, yeah, Karate Kid is like my favorite movie of the 80s. No, my favorite movie of the 80s is my favorite movie of all time, and that's Back to the Future. That's because it's like the quintessential, like, best time travel movie. Karate Kid's more like the, oh yeah, it's a sports movie. It's also got Mr. Pat Morita in it. Oh yeah, it's centered on Japan. This should be fun. Actually, that's what they do in the sequel, I found out. It's like, oh yeah, they go to Japan in part 2. It's like, wait, when did part 2 come out? 1986. Oh, okay, that should be fun. There should be a lot of Nintendo shit lying around. Because, this was when Nintendo was at the height of its popularity in the... Finally. In the mid to late 80s. Actually, I have not sat down to watch the Karate Kid Part 2 yet, but, I might have to, actually, just to be curious, like, how many Nintendo references can you find within this movie? Probably not a whole lot. But, you might find some. Watch out, everyone, it's Brian Austin Green. He's here to rap his way out of the afterlife. Actually, you know what? I should not be saying anything because I've been listening to Brian Austin Green as I've been trying to work, damn it, on the animation clip. Like, that's I've got like one Brian Austin Green song like stuck in my head, so I've been like listening to it constantly. Although now thinking about it, I could think of one rap song that's a lot worse than anything by Brian Austin Green, except for the one song I've been listening to, which is, like I said, decent. But now Ice's version of Play That Funky Music, that fucking sucks. I listened to like 5 seconds of that and I'm like, nope. Couldn't get the beat down, couldn't get the rhythm. Fucking made the song trash. One song I was surprised at was, I don't even know. It's a duet cover, which I've never heard of that before. But it's a, so what it is was like the original band doing the song with someone else helping them cover it. Fuck. And the song that I listened to that was a duet cover was EMF's Unbelievable with Tom Jones singing. Which, for some reason, that just made me laugh my ass off. And the only reason I listened to it was because I was like, well, Tom Jones, I mean, he did Burning Down the House, you know. He sung the cover to Burning Down the House with the Cardigans. You know, that was a decent cover. It was actually really good. It has like a nice beat to it. It kind of gives you like a funk retro jazz kind of feeling. But I listened to it and I'm like, wow, I'm actually fucking stoked. This is amazing. Tom Jones was able to actually channel EMF. And EMF was in some ways able to channel Tom Jones. I mean, they were even having a laugh about it. Like, go back and like watch some footage shit of it. It's amazing. It was worse than the Slaughters in 1967. Worse than Altamont concert in 1969. Never seen so many dead people before. Never seen so many sinful sinners going to hell. All these idols and fans. Well, I mean, I went to the concert just to see the girl sing, but all of a sudden her skull just started turning all sorts of colors. See, where did you see the concert exactly? Mainland China? That might explain a few things. Stay the fuck away. 6 feet. Not wearing the mask. 6 feet. 6 feet. Come on. You heard what the doctor said. Like the background. Where's my fans? Up there they are. Like, why'd you go to the Pop Idol concert? Well, secretly, deep down inside, I had a thing for these girls ever since I played Splatoon. Huh, that's strange. I remember playing Splatoon with you, but I don't remember you enjoying them. Well, I enjoyed them more or less than you'd think. Oh, of course there's fat guys. There's always fat guys in this thing, come on. Do you ever think that maybe one of these times you just might be an otaku? Well, possibly, but, you know, Squid Sisters are keeping it fresh. Gotta collect all them souls. I mean, I went to this concert down in New York City, but, you know, all they were doing was singing and collecting souls. Was it part of Camel Town? Well, probably. Clams. Nothing but nice, big, moldy clams. Times like this, I like to channel my inner Danny DeVito. May I offer you an egg in these trying times? Still the best fucking quote. I don't know, it's a toss-up between that and the Magnum Dog. Tinker is decimated, as I am Griffon. You are Petor. Next we go up against our clones. Fun. Love it in fighting games when they do that, when they have no idea, like, who do we fill that screen up with? It's technically supposed to be the character you're playing as. Well, clone it. Just do a clone. We'll do a clone, and we'll say it's the evil twin. Just like in all those bad YouTube videos. Haha, I stopped all of you. You're my evil twin, and I wear a black shirt to prove that I am an evil twin. Oh no, it's Evil! You're awesome already. I just like that design. Mevius. once again back to the treasure chests. Boxes, always with the boxes. It's like that joke in The Simpsons. Magnets, he's always talking about the magnets. So I'm gonna call you... Hot. Don't judge me. This is like one of the best arcade openings I've ever seen. Especially this. That was awesome. That was the moment my mind got blown. I'm like, whoa, that was awesome. You look more like a Freedom Planet character than you would a character from this realm. So, B-A... That was bad. I pick our character and I pick E-I-O-U. Alright. That was the fastest decision making I've ever made in my life. E-I-O-U. E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. Y is a good answer. That was a close call. Wow, I almost got hit. I'm surprised the cat didn't get hit. Jesus. Is that a Coca-Cola machine? Jesus. Cool. Hey, there's an AM/PM here. We can stock up on some items. Hello? Get ourselves some slushies. I don't need your damn Slurpees or your Coca-Cola or Coke machine. There's Coke machines everywhere. You know, there's more than just Coke. There's like Pepsi as well, you know. Of course, we're in the jewelry shop, and holy shit. Well, at this point, I say it sucks to be you. Walk right back out. Go back to the 7-Eleven, but, you know, I can't do that. Thank you for saving our shops. Yeah, don't thank me. I just want a couple necklaces, some earrings, you know, maybe some gold chains. I'm not 100% sure. I got here as fast as I can and I brought the cat along. Of course, you always bring the cat along. And all she ever does is warn us about the Negaverse. Oh, hey. How you doing? My name's Eurichio. I'm a sage, man. Yeah. Well, if you guys don't need any weed, just let me know if you need anything else, like, you know, Coke or something. I was getting on the bus, going round and round, round and round, round and round. I was getting on the buses, going round and round, all through Tokyo. She already left. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. She already left. Oh, fuck. We'll take the next one into town. There's people getting off. Quick, beat them off. I make the jokes too late, but they come to me just as they're happening. Whoa, stop it, sir, stop it. We gotta check ya. You just got off that train. You might have DRUGS if you understand our drift. Of course, you know we mean drugs. Come on, don't play stupid. We're drug enforcement agents. Sure, we look like teenagers, but we actually work for the DEA. She was warning us about the Negaverse again. I like doing it that way. The Negaverse. This is what I get for riding Amtrak. The last thing I remember was waking up and finding just Cheeto dust all over me. Cheeto dust? Yeah, Cheeto dust. You know? It was either that or Dorito dust. I can't recall. It was just cheesy. Supremely freaking cheesy. I mean, God. And then I felt all sticky, too. Like Mountain Dew was drenched on me. Huh. Mountain Dew, you say, huh? Cheeto dust. You're not just sitting next to some, like, fat guy? I'm pretty sure about that. It may have been something. I can't tell what it was. But I also feel smelly. I don't know how that one's possible. Huh. The answer being, huh. So what do you think? Should we do it? Should we throw him into the fire pit? Come on. Yeah, we should have thrown him into the fire pit. Because now it just went out, blew up right in our faces. Well, more or less in your face. I don't know about us. You're right. Should have thrown him in there. Yeah. Yeah, it would have been nice to have a sacrifice this summer. That's not funny. That sacrifice was going to last us all throughout the harvest. Really? All throughout the harvest? Even winter? Especially winter. That harvest was meant to last until May of next year. That's it. We'll just find another boy, we'll start up the fire again, and then we'll do another sacrifice. Why didn't I think of this before? Oh, I love putting this own narrative on this. My god, this is funny. Of course. Another sacrifice. And now the journey continues to look for a sacrifice. Well, I guess I'll look for another sacrifice. Hello. Ah, you're looking for a young man for the sacrifice? Why not try down at the hospital? I hear there's plenty of young men that could be sacrificed at the hospital. Goodbye! Huh, the hospital. Why didn't I think about that? Yes, why didn't you? Why didn't you think about that? Another one. A sacrifice. We gotta get him. No, don't go for me. I ain't good enough to be a sacrifice. We're having too much fun. This is like peak just doing whatever I want. Oh god. I need you to transform and get us into the Negaverse. I don't want to go into the Negaverse. You must. You're Sailor Moon. It just fucking dawned on me. This is Sailor Neptune. Jesus Christ. I think it did not click in my brain there for a second. Wow. Alright then. Oh god. Sorry folks, my brain did not click and put like 2 and 2 together on that one. Jesus. Where the Misfits, our songs are better. Jesus. I'm having like too many fun jokes with this shit. Speaking of imports, I actually just had to place down a good amount of money for an import. I think I've talked about this before, but so as you all know, Famicom Detective Club is going to be releasing at the time of this recording in about 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, and of course, Nintendo decided to make this a digital-only game in the US. So, there's going to be no physical copies. So, that's upsetting. So, I had to buckle down and look for a physical copy. And luckily, Japan was selling a physical copy. A physical copy for both games. It was a 2-for-1, I do believe. Like, you get 2 games in 1 cartridge. And the only other way I was able to get it was to get it through PlayAsia at a modest price, and I'm going to put that in question mark, modest, because, the only way I was able to get it was through a collector's edition. So I am now awaiting, at the time of this recording, a collector's edition of Famicom Detective Club, which comes with the game, as well as a special art and design book, 2 CDs for both games, because that means I'll have all the soundtracks and stuff, and 2 posters. Yeah. All because Nintendo decided, we don't need to release a physical version of this in the US. Nah, we don't need to do that. They'll be happy with the digital copy they get. No, that's not how this works. There are some people that just like physical better than digital. I've always made that argument. Like, digital has its means, and I can agree, like, digital is good for a handful of things, but if it's something where it's like, you could easily just release that physically as well, like, no. This is a good example of that. Like, they could have released this physically. This, that game could have been a physical release. Now, something like this, if there was anyone that wasn't fully aware of the importing scene for a game like Sailor Moon and Other Story, I would say that's perfect for Namco Bandai to digitally release. Do an English translated version and release it. That would be perfectly fine. But, it's a matter of opinion. Or not of opinion, I guess. The word I'm looking for, it's a matter of cases. Something like this, I could see them doing a digital release for the Switch. Possibly only in Japan until a fan outcry demands an English release. But I could see it happen. Because this game is, like I said, really hard to find. And with its terms of difficulty finding it, at least finding a good copy at a decent price, yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to just get a digital copy of that? But I really, and this is something I actually mentioned a couple episodes back, actually I think it was, maybe night 10, night 11, I can't remember. But I said what Bandai Namco should do is they should get at least all the Super Famicom Sailor Moon games and place them all in like one collector's edition. Nintendo Switch cartridge or a PS4 disc or, something like that. And just release it. As like, the Sailor Moon, Super Famicom collection or something like that. Or the Sailor Moon 16-bit classics. Just something. Because it would just be interesting. Actually, you know what? I should probably double check on him. How's it going? Huh. Okay then. You just said we were cuter than his sister. Of course, he does realize we're his sister, right? Artemis, we found you.
Quit your squabbling and get down to work. Come on, we gotta go out and fight the Negaverse. Quit your squabbling.
Oh god, I still can't get over the fucking Artemis voice from the Deke dub. Jesus fucking Christ.
I know of a deep story about people who squabble. What happens is they squabble and then they don't get their work done. This is you 10 years in the future if you keep squabbling. If you don't stop your squabbling, this is what you'll end up being. In the Negaverse? Of course. Negaverse children always end up squabbling. Too much. Of course they do. That's why it's called the Negaverse.
Oh, I'm having so much fun with this cringy humor. He's got a Negaverse device. Oh, hello, Chibi. Oh my god, they murdered her. Ah, there she is. Found her. And she's been killed. Read. I'm reading this. The boss fight is read. Read. Don't you agree? No. Because his name shouldn't be Read. It should be Fly. Ring, ring. Hello? Yes, it is the future calling, saying you need to get out of the stream and move back to the game. This just took like a sudden left turn. I was not expecting this.